Seoul? Penthouse? You know what? I think today can be a good time to talk about buy property. Anyway, before we begin, bonjour, aujourd'hui, dimanche, it is Sunday, and it is a sunny day. So c'est une journée soleil, that's how it's blue and clear, and I'm going snowboarding. This is the trip to kind of break even my season pass. So after today, technically, it is bonus. Now, however, this is the end of the winter season, not say winter season, the skiing season. It is spring already, okay? So I think we have 2 more weeks in April, but the snow is gonna be not so great, so I'm gonna check for today, see if it's still worth going next week. Probably I want to go next week, but we have to check the temperature because there is a spike this week. The temperature went quite hot, and we want to see if the snow still holds at this time of day or this time of season. Okay, so with that, that's that for the first half of the vlog. Second half is, I think, maybe we can talk about property. Basically getting your own place, okay? Paying money for your own place instead of renting versus renting. You know what? I think it's a topic that I need to talk, or rather I need to remind myself I have to go through the whole entire thing. Alright, we're gonna cross the road safely, and we're gonna start off with the most basic of okay, this is not gonna be very in-depth per se, but what I want. Okay, let's start off with what I want, not to say what I need. Let's talk about house. So versus land versus no, let's start off with number one. What type of house or home would I want to buy? On one end, I would love a house, which means on the land, because I want to own land. That is still my number one priority on the list if I have money. But let's say money is unlimited, which is a bad thing. Would I want an apartment? Actually, yeah, no, I do want an apartment. Do I want a penthouse? Yeah, that is if I got lots and lots of money. Yeah, but penthouse also, it is quite an interesting owning not say apartments, condo apartments. I know somebody did tell me the difference. Like apartments are for you to stay, condos are for renting, something like that. Okay, just to put it, I don't mind having a house, and I don't mind having a penthouse. Okay. Whew. So that's gonna be the opener video for the vlog. Hopefully I still remember to record. I'll probably try to record on the mountain, because I have not been recording. Plus battery's dying. I forgot to recharge my GoPro, but I remember to bring my Insta360. Okay. Okay, and we are back home. Well, I took a quick rest from a short rest, and now it's 8 o'clock. It is 8 o'clock. Wow. Okay. Wow, no, really? What did I do for the past 2 hours? Cause 4:30, reached back home about, say, almost 6. And obviously I did game development, because one of the big things that I wanted to talk about was, unfortunately, the talk of apartments and stuff have to put on hold because I need to really finish the game tonight, or rather today, so that I can upload tomorrow. I've decided to. Okay, unfortunately some of the polishing have to cut short. Luckily the game was good enough, like few days, not say few days ago, like on Friday, Yesterday I just put a little bit more fine, like small little polish here and there, and now it's story. I just need to wrap up the story and it will be a-okay. Okay, I hope there's enough light now, but anyway, so quick thing, I've decided to finish up the game today, or rather tonight. That's the deadline. Even though we have kinda one day, even though we have one day tomorrow for the week of March, but I decided no, let's make sure everything ends on a Sunday in terms of a week. Yeah, and with that, unfortunately, the quality of the game will take a hit. The question is, would the quality of the game take too much of a hit? The answer is not really ish. Yes, it does take a hit, but it's not too not as bad as what I think it is. Luckily, the feature was straight up very simple, and even that simple feature, what did I do for the past 3 weeks? That's a question though. What did I do? Alright, so we have research on a template. That is week 1. Alright, so research on a template, learn how to kinda hack it. Unfortunately, the template is too complicated for me to rewrite, so I decided not to. So that's 1. 2, second week was map making, as in, no, not map making, level making. Alright, level making. And then week 3, which is this week, early of the week, I tried to do basically UI and whatnot. Basically, technically, it's kind of a polishing stage, it's a soft polishing stage, I would say. And then for the past few days, basically get everything in line, make sure it's playable, make sure it's presentable with a little bit more polish. But all in all, this is the part that I will admit, the polishing stage is not as best as what I want, okay? But I have to adhere to the time schedule requirement, because that's the key thing for the game dev. It's one of the main training for myself. Yeah, to train up, like make sure I don't waste too much time doing nothing. Like the 2 hours between 6 and now, I only did like a few research on the game itself. So the game is going to be a Western postal, a Wild West postal. That's actually the title. So basically, you're delivering post in, you're delivering mail in the 1800s, basically cowboy age, yeah. So I was researching a little bit, make sure I got some facts kinda right-ish, because I want to write the story, a very simple story. That's that. Need to make sure the controls. So controls was yesterday before I slept. Make sure the instructions on how to play the game is kinda well written. I won't say well written, easy enough for people to understand. If people don't understand the controls, then I have nothing else to say. So hopefully, and I need to hopefully the instruction I left is good enough. And this is the part I don't really like to use the word good enough, but we have reached to the good enough stage as of yesterday. So today, obviously, snowboarding, yeah, and then came back, just put 2 hours. In in true honesty, it doesn't feel like I put in 2 hours. It felt like put in like half an hour at most, 45 minutes. Because there are a few bug fixes, I didn't like it. Unfortunately, it is not, I didn't rewrite the whole game, and that's the thing, because we're using template. So that's one thing we need to take the hit. So anyway, that's that. Other than that, I think I'm happy with the result, because it does touch on one of the key, most of the key points. It's just unpolished, unoptimized in a way. You can kind of put it. Anyway, I'm gonna go get some dinner because it's a tiring day. It is a good day, and you know what? I'll talk a little bit more because I'm at the main street. Je de Ravi the main.